Hello. I'm currently doing my second year assessment, so I'm going to vlog the next week and a bit. We have already had our first one. I did forget to film. It was this morning. It was jazz. I think it was one of those things where as soon as you do it, I thought, damn, I wish I could do it again because I think I could do better. But I think you would always think that. And considering my injury and stuff, I'm happy with how I did. So my group are doing their type assessment right now, which I should be doing, but I'm mitigating it until April because of my injury. I'll give a little bit of a run through on what the assessments are in second year. So you have ballet, where you have a centre practice, adage, pirouettes, petit allegro, grand allegro. Then we have contemporary, which you have 4 exercises, and then you have free work. So in the assessment, they'll teach you a phrase. They'll teach it you on the day, just to test your pickup skill. Jazz, which was today, we had a placement exercise, a strengthening exercise, a lyrical routine, a commercial in heels routine, and free work. I think that was all, yeah. So again, we learned something on the day. It was actually really fun. It was very fast, but it was it's only 4 counts of 8, so it's not a lot. Tap is, what do? You have close work, elevation, traveling, an MT routine, I guess a commercial tap routine, and then improvisation, where at the end you stand in a semicircle and then you have to do 4 counts of 8. 4 counts of 8 of improvisation, so you just hear the song and you go one at a time on your own and you just improvise, but tap to the song, which for people who aren't good at tap, is really difficult. The reason I'm mitigating tap, because I'm doing all the assessments apart from tap, is because I really struggled to pick up tap, and because I have been injured for ages, I just never got a chance to learn it and actually know and have it in my body, so I didn't feel prepared. Whereas all the other ones, I still am injured and I still didn't have as much time with them, but because they come more naturally to me, it was easier for me to pick up in short notice rather than tap. I want to mitigate as few as possible because when I have to mitigate them in April, I'm also going to have other things going on, we're going to have our devised and other projects, so I don't want to be super stressed about loads of things. So I want to that's why I'm doing all of my other assessments apart from tap. They're the dance ones, and then we have a singing assessment where you have to prepare 4 songs. For acting, you do a duologue and then you have a little interview. I could not sleep last night, oh my gosh. I found it really difficult. Because it was so early and because my sleep schedule's not that good at the minute, I couldn't fall asleep till midnight, but I had to be up at 6:30 and I need 8 hours of sleep. So I was getting stressed, and then I kept checking the clock every half an hour, I swear. And I was so sure at 2 in the morning that it was time to wake up, but it wasn't, it was 2 in the morning. Yeah, so I woke up, did my makeup and hair, went into college at around 7:30, warmed up, ran all of the exercises, and then did our assessment. And then I went to the gym afterward, and now I'm home. I'm going out with my group for lunch, which will be fun. But I'm just going to eat here first. I'll go and I'll get chips or something so that I can save my money. Anybody can speak about the assessment.
It was not fun, but it's happened and we've done it, and now we're free.
We smashed it.
Yeah.
We did. I'm so proud of everyone, and it was fun.
Hello, Annabelle's practicing ballet. I'm just in the studio and I've got my singing assessment in an hour basically. So I'm gonna do my makeup and my hair. Oh, no, I fucked it up. Scale, but I can't do it. I had to play Pompeii or something, and it's something I don't know. There was notes.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, I can't zoom in on the camera. It's my outfit. It's very casual actually. Compared to last year, I wore a full-on dress, but it was summer last year. But just feel comfortable in this. I've just done a little vocal warm-up, but I'll do some exercises for you. Okay, I'm gonna run through my songs and then I have to go. I just got back from my singing assessment. It went really well. I'm happy with it. So I took 4 songs in. Dance 10 Looks 3 from a chorus line. Ghost by Ella Henderson, which is my pop. My favourite things from Sound of Music, which is my legit. And then Some Things Are Meant to Be from Little Women, which is like my contemporary legit. You go in with one that you're definitely gonna sing, your chosen one, then they pick one, then they pick another one for you to do, but only like half of it. Even though you only sing 3 songs, you don't know which song they're gonna pick, so you obviously have to prepare for. So the one I chose was Dance 10 Looks 3, and it was going really well, and it did go really well. I'm happy with how it went, but only thing that was a bit was because I've never done it with piano before, and one of my cuts, so there's like a cut in the middle that I don't do, and that transition, I've never done it with the piano before, so I sort of anticipated it to be longer than it was, but it was fine. I don't think I showed it. I don't think outwardly you could see it. In my head I was thinking that, but I don't think they could. Maybe they probably didn't notice, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not gonna beat myself up about that because it's kind of out of my control. And then My Favorite Things was fine, and then Ghost, my pop was good. I was just so into it. They had to be like, stop. I was like, right, they like cut me off right at the chorus, and I was just like, it was good though. I'm happy with it. I think it's like not the best that it could have gone, but I'm happy with how it went. It was a good one, you know. And I think I performed as much as I could, you know. And like Dance 10 Looks 3, like I was proper going for it because like that song is like tits and ass. So yeah, I pulled out, but I'm glad singing's it because that's probably the one that I was like most stressed about because it's like on your own and it's so exposing. It's literally just you. It is quite intimidating because it's only like 5 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna prepare some of my acting. I need to read the play, which I should have done ages ago, but I didn't, so I need to read the play. The play that my script is from is a profoundly affectionate, passionate devotion to someone. I think that's what it's called. It's quite a mouthful. And I'm going to make a character profile for my character, and then I'm also going to like think about, because in your assessment, you do your duologue, and then they ask you like a question about, it could be like, I don't know, how was your process? Like what techniques did you use to develop your character? So I need to go and like make sure I have answers for that, which I'm probably going to do this evening. I'm slightly worried about ballet because of my injury. I just think it's just not going to go as well as it would if I wasn't injured, but that is a given. Like that's such a given. I've literally been injured. I just feel like I need to remember that when I get my results, not to be disappointed, because like I don't think they're going to be as good as they could have been, or as maybe as they were last year, because I have been injured. I don't really know. So far it's going really well. I'll see you in the morning for ballet. Morning. I'm really late. I'm back home. My ballet assessment is done. I did forget to film what I did for ballet, like to prepare for it. But basically I just like went and warmed up and did a little bit of like abs and a bit of like bum activation. It's because I was really stressed actually, because I was running late. It went well. My Achilles was really hurting when I was doing the jumps, but because I've never jumped that high before, as in like since I've been injured. And because you just get adrenaline in an assessment and you just can't not. But it was okay. I'm happy with it. I was very shaky though on the adage and stuff, like because the adage is so like a definite like it's so still, you know, so like it's really hard, like if you're shaky it's really hard to hide it, whereas if you're doing jumps and stuff it's just like boom, 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 and you can just put your energy into it. But adage and the centre practice is a lot harder. I'm currently just doing some acting research and it's actually going really well. I'm writing out some techniques for my character profile. It's very messy and doesn't really make sense, but I'm just like quickly writing it because it's not going to go anywhere, but it's just for my memory. So I just talked about a little bit about the play, and then these are the like fundamental questions that would go into like a character profile. So it's like, who am I? Where am I? What time is it? What do I want? Like, what does my character want? Why do I want it? How will I get what I want? And what must I overcome to get what I want? And then here I just talk a bit about like why that was good. Here I talk a bit about the process. And then here I talk about a technique that my partner and I did to get the script off its feet.
Good morning. Last assessment. Here we go, baby.
How are you feeling, Kesha?
I'm feeling more chill than I should be, I think.
Yeah.
Then I'm scared for acting.
Yes, I'm scared for acting.
Hello, vlog.
Hey.
Is this a vlog?
Yeah, how are you feeling about your contemporary assessment?
Not that great, but what's it's done one thing?
Yeah. Nervous because my midriff's out and I don't think you're meant to have your midriff out, but yeah, I'm gonna go tell her at the beginning. I'm a little bit nervous now that I've got my midriff out because no one else has got their midriff out.
Holy man!
Feeling about our last dance assessment. I'm finished. I feel like I could fall asleep right here, right now. So I had my contemporary this morning, which was fine. And then I had a big ass break, and then I had acting. Oh, and acting actually went really well. I'm happy with acting. We did the scene once, and then they give you a direction on how to do it like slightly different right then and there. And our direction was you've got to make it out as just like a domestic argument, that like just couples have, no one's died, because our scene's quite like intense and like someone's died, and yeah, anyways. So we did that, and I sort of just like, so she made me go from like halfway through the script, but when I don't do it from like start to finish, I get really lost and disorientated as to where I am in the script. So I just went and I just started doing this whole other point of the script, but it was fine. We applied the direction, and that is the most important part about that. Then the interview was good, although our question was quite hard. So we had two questions. First one was, if you were one of us, as in like the teachers, the assessors, how would you direct this scene? I was like, do I look like a director? No, I actually low-key answered that like really well. I just talked about simplicity and stuff like that. And then the second one was, what was really challenging for you? And then I like added in a little like technique in there, like a Stanislavski technique, as to how I overcame that challenge. But yeah, I'm super happy. I genuinely feel like I could fall asleep like right now. My eyes are so tired. I think it's just because like it's like we've not even done a lot this week. We haven't had our usual timetable. So even though we've been doing less, I'm just way more tired. I feel like because there's so much adrenaline, like you get so like hyped, and then you like do like this really like adrenaline sort of like intense experience like once a day, and I feel like now I'm just like, oh my god, my body just needs to like collapse and do nothing for like a week. But my assessments are over, yeah. I think on the overall I did really well, although so basically Jazz, so I'm mitigating with impairment, which basically means that if I get because of my injury, if I get a bad mark when I get my results back, and if they're not as high as I want them to be, then I can take them again in April because I'm injured and I apply for mitigation with impairment. That allows me to do that if I wanted to. But you have up to 7 days after the assessment to do that, and Jazz was last Wednesday and today's Thursday. And it's just slipped my mind. I just completely forgot. So I now need to do that. I now need to email them and be like, please, can you let me apply for mitigation with impairment even though I'm past the deadline? And then I also need to apply for mitigation with impairment all my other assessments. I don't think my scores will be as good as they could have been, but I don't think they'll be
that bad. That was our second year assessments. You only do one set of assessments in second year, thank fuck. That has felt like the longest week of my life, and it's only fucking Thursday. I've still got college tomorrow. Oh my god. Anyways, bye.
Is this my YouTube video?
Yeah. Oh, where's the biggest one? That one.
Take it. It's fine.